Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to Postgame Eagles Talk. Our Philadelphia Eagles took on the Dallas Cowboys, and it was as we expected. We didn't play any starters. We played the practice squad, and the results reflected that. It was encouraging in the first half to see that they were struggling with our practice squad, and ultimately it wound up being what it should be when your starters are playing the other team's practice squad. That's all I could say. It's what's to be expected. That's what we talked about in the pregame. Our practice squad played the mighty Dallas starters, and it was 51 to 26. What you would expect from a team that is heading to the playoffs and playing their starters against a team heading to the playoffs playing their practice squad. Nevertheless, I'm still not excited or happy about it because it was the Dallas Cowboys. And I understand. I had to have my co-host talk me down off the ledge because I was just as mad because this is still Dallas Cowboys week. I don't care that we're playing our practice squad. I still wanted to beat the Cow Turds, and it didn't happen. So I'm upset about that. But thanks to my co-host, because I chatted with them during the game, they kind of helped me out and talked me down off the ledge, man. And it was a hard thing to do because I was surrounded by a person that I made a preseason bet with that we will be a top 10 defense. And all he kept he kept harping on the fact that Dallas was scoring and the such and all that. And but I kept reminding him, unless the Dallas Cowboys got like 5,000 yards, it's not going to make a difference on him winning. We're still going to be a top 10 defense. We're still a top 10 defense, even with the 400 yards we gave up in this game. So it's going to, and then that's without the other teams having given up any yards because they haven't played yet. So mathematically, we're still going to be a top 10 defense. The other teams are going to give up a yard or two. And if they don't, we finish as a top 10 defense and we haven't even played a game. So, Dwight, shut the heck up. You still owe me a bottle, so get the bottle ready. All right, I'm going to bring my co-host in. Here we go. Oh, she done changed her name now. Damn, she's the damn fantasy queen champion now. God damn. Oh, my God. It doesn't get any better. First, my team loses to Dallas, and then she comes in and rubs salt in the wounds. But here she is. She is the fantasy queen champion. Thank you, Nichelle, for helping talk me off the ledge a little bit there. But how did you feel?
I wasn't helping.
Yeah, you weren't helping. You really
Let them
weren't.
put up 50 points. The hell with that. Nah. I don't care if it was our backups. I don't care if it was a practice squad. 50 points. Come come on now. That's too much. That's too much. I don't care if they won, but 50 points. Don't let them get 50 on us. Seriously? Seriously, no. No.
I mean, that's all you can get. I mean, like,
That's soft behind defense. It
it
doesn't work
is
at any
soft.
level. At any level.
It is soft, but I'm trying to help myself to digest it a little bit better by accepting the fact that it was our practice squad. It was our practice squad. 25 people were called up from our practice squad to play in this game. 25 people. Don't you know that's nearly 50% of our roster? So half of our roster tonight was our practice squad.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to help myself out to digest it a little bit better that it was our practice squad, but people like Mr. Dwight is talking about 480 yards, Dwight. See, you don't even have that right. You see, you're a stinking Giants fan. When you
I
guys are
didn't
relevant
even
again, then please chime in, and that
yeah.
probably won't be
I
for a
didn't
few
even be
years
allowed to
because you're
talk.
not relevant now.
Yeah. Yeah. Go sit at the kids' table.
Yeah, go sit at the kids' table and watch us next week as we play next week. All right. Yeah, it wasn't anything. I mean, we talked about it in the pregame. We knew that this game mean nothing to us and all that. And I still was hoping though. I was hoping that our practice squad. I was hoping to see more of their second strings, but they didn't play their second stringers.
No,
So
they
as
they they
obviously they
didn't
didn't
want to.
play any of their
They didn't want
second
to.
string. So We had to watch our practice squad play against their starters. So that's what you would expect from, a practice squad versus starters from a real NFL team. And I'm not surprised that that happened. I'm still a little disappointed because I hate to lose to the Cowboys, but it is what it is.
I,
So
I hope we
hopefully,
realize Minshew ain't about that starter life.
no,
He
he
can't.
not.
He all slumping and pouting soon as something go wrong. That's not how this works, bruh. That's not
Yeah,
how this works. And y'all was like, Minshew should be the start. Look what happens when you throw it too much with him. Went away from the run. He's not about that pocket collapse, and he's not used to having to use his feet because our O line will give up that pass rush. Been telling
and
y'all
that's our
all
starting O
season.
line would give up the pass rush. So imagine what our backup O line is doing,
Right.
and
And
that's
he
what we
thought he was
saw
going.
today.
And y'all think Minshew could handle that? Please. Our O line can run block all day long, but their pass blocking is inconsistent. And there's no way Minshew could even step into the role of starter with that scenario. So, and he doesn't have the demeanor. Like he couldn't even keep his demeanor up. He immediately started sulking. Like that's not starter material, y'all. Stop
Oh,
playing.
I'm sorry, hit the button by mistake. All right, but yeah, I agree totally with what you're saying. Let me go to some comments. JT is saying, "Boo, Dallas sucks. Dallas
They
sucks," and they do. Kiara saying, "Oh, hey, left my ass off, missed y'all." Donovan
do.
saying Dallas kept their starters in for damn near the whole game.
Whole
Yes,
game. Whole game.
and
Whole game. And
Eddie
we ain't even hurt nobody.
Eddie, it took a whole half for Dallas to wake up against our practice squad
True.
again,
True.
and that
Bright
that
side.
I was
Bright side.
encouraged by. I was
Yeah,
very
bright
encouraged by it.
side. Bright side.
Right. Well, that was be expected, as Quavo said. Rashid says Dallas is ass, and I
Yeah.
agree with that totally. I think we all
I don't
agree with
think they're
that.
going to go deep in the playoffs at all. We
No.
probably won't even see them.
Oh, look, and this is a good one. Hank White says, I hate the fact that the commentary was making it seem like they aren't playing backups versus starters. Like for real. Like they couldn't point that out. Like, I mean, I know that to the media in America or the media world that they're America's team, but come on, for real. Like you
Mhm.
couldn't point out the fact that they were playing all of their starters versus our
Maybe they
practice
were.
squad.
Maybe they were afraid of our backups.
That was horrible. If we had our starters in, we would have won, no doubt. That's what Michael says out there, and I agree with that. Tony Byrne, our resident from down under, stayed up. Well, you didn't stay up; you were up. It's early in the middle of the day for you. But
Yeah.
Tony Byrne from down under says, "Oh well, our backups went toe for toe for almost a full
Facts.
half. No injuries to our starters. Mission accomplished. On to next week."
That's
And
right.
that's
That's
what I have
right.
to focus on.
That's
That's what
right.
we all have to focus on. We have to chalk this one up. So we sacrifice that game, hopefully to have bigger gains in the playoffs. And it's only worth it if we can advance past next week. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I hope that we can advance past next week. Sulema says blah. Laugh out loud. Oh, Sulema, you don't get the 3 dinners now, huh? Oh, I mean, maybe
Yeah, I
you
know.
maybe you do go on 3 dinners, but I think you have to pay for them now, huh? I don't know. She does go. She gets 3 dinners, but she has to pay the bill now. I don't know. You tell me how that works. Wayne says, "Excuse me." On to the playoffs. Quavos comes back. He says they whack for playing their starters damn near all night. Yeah, that I mean, oh my God, it's sickening to see this, man, and
They're lucky.
knowing.
They're lucky they didn't have any significant injuries. They did lose somebody on defense though. So now they're down a linebacker. I think look.
All I could do is I had to do my woosah.
Woosa.
Oh my
Dante needs
goodness.
to meditate.
Yes,
Because
I
we
had
was
to.
we was going off on group chat. Pat's like, this doesn't mean anything. He's in DJ land, probably like 2 shots deep, just
Yeah,
chilling,
yeah. And I'm
listening to
watching it like,
music.
oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
This is
me and Dante are
bullshit.
cussing and going on.
Oh my God. All right, Denise says, I think we need to stay healthy so we have a chance to playoffs. And that's what
Me
they
too.
did. They
Me
played
too.
they played that safe hand on keeping everyone healthy and ready to go next week. And please, guys, I've been getting us ready. I've been doing my part on the fans' part by getting us playoff ready. So if this was a part of your playoff preparation by resting the starters, please do your job next week. Don't let us down. Don't let us down next week because we just took it on the chin. You guys think you sacrificed. We sacrificed as Eagles fans by taking it on the chin and watching you guys get destroyed by our most hated rivalry, the Cowgirls. So please make it worth it to us by coming out next week and getting us a win. We need that. We need that for payback. Damn, Sumo guys are lost. She has a long comment here. I gotta put up here.
Because J-Jaw was trash tonight.
Oh my God!
Huntley,
Please,
where's Huntley?
I don't know why.
Huntley needs to take his spot for real, for real.
For real. And
For real,
Suma
for
says,
real.
and the score should have been closer if Sega Whiteside wouldn't have dropped the ball at the end zone. And and I can get all the dinners I want without paying. We know that, Sulema. We already know that. However, I pay my bets, and I owe 2 dinners I will pay up. I've already reached out to them, asking them to let them know where they want to go. All right, so
Nice.
yeah, we know that. We know you can pay. We know you can get your dinners paid for, Sulema. We see your profile picture right here. We know.
He had a couple of drops, and then that interception because it tipped out of his hands. Don't get me started with him. Huntley, I want to see Huntley. Huntley needs to be on special teams. Period.
Right,
They need to bring him in for the playoffs on special teams, not Reagor, not Ward. It should be Huntley.
All right, we got to take a moment out and do our TJ Jakes right here, right now, and just have a moment of silence for Val out here because her husband and her daughter are fans of the Cow Turds. So let's pray for her. Please, Lord God, please give this woman some peace this week as she goes through the torment of her husband and her daughter. Oh, and having a win over her this week. Please, God, let her be redeemed next week with a win by the mighty Eagles. Please. Amen. All right, so we put a prayer out there for you, Val. Hopefully it come true. Denise says, so true. I hated to see us lose tonight to the stupid Cowboys. Everybody did. David says, J-Jaw was trash tonight. Trash tonight. Since he got in the league, has been trash. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He gets slight opportunities. I mean, for real, this whole year he's been nothing more than a special teamer. He hasn't even earned any snaps on offense. But tonight he got his chance because half of our team was the practice squad. So he got a chance to line up.
DK Metcalf, please.
And he's still trash.
Yes.
He is trash. Ruben says we need a coordinator that has a hit them hard mentality, not a bend, not break mentality. I agree with that. I'll let you talk about your boy Jonathan Gannon's performance going into the playoffs. This is his last performance before we go face fire. I mean, we get live fire next week, and it's one and done, and we're out. And this is the scheme that he puts out on the field. What do you think about that, Michelle? What do you think about that?
I'm just a little bit besides myself with that. And is it him or is it that our quarterback play is crazy? It's horrible. I just don't understand it. Like, I get it, it's backups and all that, but we still play soft zone all the time. Even when we're playing man, we're playing far off the person we're supposed to be going after. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know. That's the only thing that gives me pause is that we are a good defense. Yes, we're a top 5, top 10 defense, but at the same time, we don't have that edge that we need when it comes to being super aggressive, and that's a problem for me.
So let me show him how super aggressive he needs to be. Nick Sirianni, you need to jump in JG's. He's not even worth calling JG. He's Jonathan Gannon. You need to get in his grill this week and let him know he cannot come out with that passive, soft ass defense if we want to win next week. You got to jump in his grill tonight because
Don't.
we can't.
Oh
We
my.
we don't have any other weeks to sacrifice this soft, weak ass defense that he's putting out there. We don't have a half to sacrifice going out there playing this soft ass zone. Next week the bullets are real. It's live fire next week. He needs to come out in the first. He needs to come out and start off aggressively and bunk that bullshit that he's showing us now. We need a real defense out there next week. We need to see aggressive defensive play calling out there, or we're going home. And if we go home in the first week because of that bullshit, he needs to go home too. So I'm getting aggressive now because this is BS, man. We've been seeing this all year. Even though we're the 5th ranked defense out there, forget the numbers. We cannot afford to spot a playoff team 2, 3, 4 possessions where they march up and down the field, because against better quarterbacks, that's going to be 28 points, and we can't come back from that. So John Gannon, whatever your name is, do a better job, man. Do a freaking better job.
Yeah, we don't blitz enough.
No, we don't do any of that.
We don't blitz enough. We
I
don't
hope he gets
pressure
a head
enough.
coaching job.
And when our line does get penetration, sometimes they just don't finish. They always close, but no cigar. We got.
And
We got.
we can't have that, man. Next week
Gotta
it's
step it
for
up.
real.
Yeah.
It's for real. Next week is for real. Defense from the jump, Mel says. Defense from the jump. I agree with you. Matthew says you're going to have the starters in next week. Trust me, we're effing winning that out. No, we're
that's
not winning it out, Matthew. If the freaking defensive coordinator calls this soft-ass game that he calls all the time in the first half, we're not freaking winning it out. He's got to get some kahunas and call a better – man, leave it on the field. You know what? I don't know what he's thinking, right? But if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm calling the most aggressive calls that I can make. And then if my personnel can't live up to it, it'll show. I'll be okay. It'll show. But I'm calling what I think is going to work. And if they can't live up to it, it's not on me. It's on them. So let it be on them. Give them an opportunity. I think they want the opportunity. They've gone to it. We saw Fletcher Cox say early in the season that this was a soft-ass defense. He didn't like the scheme and how they were using him. So call the defense that your players want you to call. Your players are asking for you to call a more aggressive defense. Call it, and then let them, if they can't do it, then they can't do it. But don't go out with all your bullets in your gun. Go out with no bullets in your gun. You got you got a 6-shooter, and at the end of the game, you still got 5 bullets left. No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Right. That's right. Tony's asking for Positive Pat. Positive Pat was in the group text, and we wasn't
Positive
trying
Pat,
to hear it. We ignored him.
Yeah, we not hearing that. From here on out, it's playoff mode right now. We're not hearing this Positive Pat crap. From here on out, everybody needs to be all in, all the chips in the middle of the table, because it's one and done now. It's the tournament now. If we don't come out and perform next week, we go home. We go home, and there's no more rooting for the Eagles until next year. And I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready to do that. And I'm not even voicing any type of scenario where we're not going to the Super Bowl. Until we're out, we're going to the Super Bowl. And it starts with going 1-0 next week. So we need to go 1-0. I don't know who our opponent is, but it's going to start with you, Jonathan Gannon, getting some balls and calling a better play defensive game than what you're calling now, because this is crap, man. This is bull crap.
Tell him
All
how
right.
you really feel, Dante.
I'm sorry, man. The Cowboys just bring it out. I don't care, man. It's the cow turds, man. My cousin is in this chat room. I won't put her comments up there. I'm purposely ignoring them. You guys see them out there because you guys see all the comments, but I'm not. Alan says Cowboys played Dak and Zeke to break 1,000 yards rushing and break Romo's 36 TD Cowgirls record. They played them just to break personal records. Mind you, 17 games played this season. I know that's how cheap they were, and that's how serious they took this game. And to my dismay, I hated seeing it. Denise says, I totally agree. Our defense needs to get aggressive, find a blitz, or find somebody, or find someone next year that will find a blitz. Do that. How about that? Mel Davis says, but our D-line money makers got to come out cash and chips. Yeah, but not if they're not put in the right position. They are respectful. On
Hmm.
defense, you don't hear much of defensive players going rogue and doing whatever they want to do. They usually follow the defensive scheme or the defensive coordinator's game plan. And if it's ass, it's ass. And sometimes it's ass, and they play and they get blamed for it. But it's the position that the defensive coordinator puts them in. All right, Matthew says B, and we got the starters next week, baby, and it's all ass out, baby. Next week, we is winning. Whoever we play, we going to spank that behind. I hope so. I hope so. Might be the Rams.
Right now it is the Rams because they
Oh, it
have
is the Rams?
the lead. Right now it is. We'll know tomorrow if that changes, but right now the Rams sit in number two. So if they lose number two, then who knows? We could end up being a Sixers one place, but I think most likely they're going to stay in the two seed. That's
Here
just
go
my
your boy Rodney. Rodney said, I forgot we even had a game today.
stop.
Rodney, I think
You
they forgot
lie.
we even had a game today the way they were
Hmm.
playing out there. I don't know. And not the players. Again, I'm putting it all on the coaches today.
I'm still on my I told you so about Minshew. Come on, y'all. Stop playing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Stop playing. Did you
And if
see
he
him?
had won, he would have
He
been the
was
first person
stumping
coming in like,
around.
yo, I
No.
think I should start in the playoffs. Had he won, he might have had the
There's no
audacity
pouting
to
in the
come out and say,
playoffs.
yo, I think I should start in the playoffs.
Who pouts? He was sitting there pouting.
Jeff says, start the rookie Milton. That guy's a beast. Put him next to Cox.
He
I
was
like
good.
Milton. I do. I do
He
like
was
Milton.
good.
All right. Suleiman says, I'm with you, Dante. We're in playoff mode. No soft ass play calling, especially against the Cowboys. Damn, I hate when we lose
That's
against
right.
them. I think everybody hates that. But I'll give them a pass because if we sacrifice tonight's game and it turns out to be a playoff win next week, I'm for that. I'm for that
There's
sacrifice
no
for the
crying
greater good.
football. There's not, Suleiman. He was crying.
I see that. I'm all for the fact if we sacrifice tonight's game for the greater good of the team and it results in a win next week in our first round of the playoffs, then I'm all for that. But you guys have got to do it. And I don't see any way that the offense was kind of encouraging to me. We put up 20 points against their starters, and it was the practice squad. The practice squad put up 20 points against their starters, so that's encouraging to me. But
That is encouraging.
the defense was not encouraging at all, man.
No, no. I mean, the way our corners kept blowing coverage on that same play. They just used that same play over and over and over, and they always bit and went inside. I just don't understand it. Like, really? They did it to you like three, four times in a row. No adjustment, nothing.
And
That
I
soft
think
ass zone. Their cover two was cover trash.
are
Just
we are we? It says Matthew says you never sacrifice when you play Dallas. You want to kill them.
that's right.
Yes, we do want to kill them. Do we give Sirianni a pass for the night's game? Do we? I don't know. I mean, we lost the first game and we were competing then, right? This game,
Sirianni gets a pass. Gannon doesn't, because Sirianni, at least his offense put up some points. Gannon doesn't get a pass. He did go
all right.
away from the run. However, the offense still got some things accomplished. But it also showed you that when you get pass happy, the O line just can't hang with that many passes. We keep talking about that over and over. One of the reasons we can't pass a certain amount of times per game right now, it's not just the quarterback, it's not just the receivers, it's not just the fact that we have a bomb ass running back core. It's the fact that our O line is not consistent enough in pass blocking to pass that many times a game, and we need to just realize that.
All right. So we'll give Sirianni a pass. I was about to
I'm not giving
question like,
Gannon a pass though.
all right, no, nobody's giving Gannon a pass, but I was going to question whether whether he knows or has
Tell him, David. We did have a chance. He should have just played our game plan.
yeah, we did.
If we
I
ran
don't
the
know if
ball,
he
if
has
we ran the
grasped.
ball, we would have kept them off the field longer because you saw the stat. What was it? 38 seconds they were scoring in 38 seconds. Like, come on. Why would we not run the ball and keep them off the field? At least try and win the game, not just let's see what works. This is one of those let's throw shit against the wall games and see what works.
And we can't afford that. Next week, it's for real.
Mm.
Allen says Eagle defense play calling was way too vanilla. I'm still questioning whether Sirianni has grasped the importance of the Eagles versus Cowboys rivalry. A lot of coaches get it, and they get it quickly. I don't know if Sirianni has got it. I know we're giving him
This is
sort of a
first year.
pass because we
He
had
gonna, he
our
gonna learn today.
He's going to learn. He's going to have to learn. Maybe we should kill him so we drive the message home that look, when we play the Cowboys, I don't care if we don't have nothing to play for, we still want to kick their ass. I don't care if we have nothing to play for, we still want to kick the Cowboys' asses. So you got to come better than this, man. I'm sorry. Tracy says they should have blitzed the crap out of Dak just to prove a point.
Yes.
You had nothing to
Yes.
lose. Thank you, Tracy. We had nothing to lose. If you get beat, you get beat. I mean, we're still going to be talking about the same thing. It was our practice squad.
Did not blitz at all.
For real. No bullets in the gun. Leave no bullets in the gun. I agree with you, bro. Robert Lee says Kenneth Gainwell was averaging 6 yards per carry tonight. Run the ball. Run the damn ball. Darryl Johnson says the co-host is beautiful. Go Birds. Okay, all right. Wow, I didn't know you cared. I did get a haircut. Thank you. Oh, maybe you talk about Michelle. Okay, all right. Wayne says playtime is over. Ruben Tillman says we need
play.
Weapon X. Yes, we do, man. Wayne Anthony says beat Dallas and Giants every time. You're not lying about that. If there's two teams I want to beat every year, it is those two teams. I agree with you, Wayne. The Giants and Cowboys. And I think we took care of business against the Giants, but tonight was disheartening to see that. Matthew says, ain't that guaranteed beat the Cowboys? Yeah. And, Dak is killing the NFC East, yo. They put the stat on the board. In his 18 games, well, 19 now after the night, in his 19 games against the NFC East, he is 17-2. 17-2 against the NFC East. And that means we're included in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has beaten the brakes off of the NFC East. And we can't stand to see that much longer. That's unacceptable as an Eagle fan to know that he has a record over us such as he does. And we can't have that. We cannot.
Facts.
JJ dropped the TD. JJ, oh my God. Oh my God. All right, go somewhere, Dwight. Just get out of here. Get lost. I'm not putting your comment up there.
Oh, here go positive, Pat.
Oh, there's positive, Pat. I don't even know.
We're not positive, Pat.
No, we're not, Pat.
We're not.
He said, Kenny,
but it didn't work.
Kenny Davis says, starters or not, we shouldn't have gotten beat like that.
Kenny.
I agree with that. I mean, we let them put up a 50 burger on us. A 50 burger on us. That's crazy. Whether it's practice squad or not.
At home. And get all their records in our stadium. It's about respect. Respect. They don't respect our authority.
They don't respect our authority. I'm upset we got swept, Jeremy T. JT says, yeah, I agree.
It's not just us, Dante.
It's
we
not.
Was all mad. I don't know what Pat was talking about.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Pat, you can only redeem yourself if we get a win next week. If we don't get a win next week, then it's like triple the effect of it what it has tonight. Like it's never acceptable that we lose to the Cowboys. That was horrible, man.
I'm with Rob. Bring back Fulgham, Huntley, JJ, and Rager to the back.
Where was Fulgham? Fulgham's not on the team anymore. What happened? He played his way off. How could Fulgham play his way off the team and JJ is still there? How could that possibly happen?
That's what I want to know.
How could that possibly happen? that draft politics, man. That's a mother. That's a mother. That draft politics is a mother. I say we hire. Carl Porter says, I say we hire a real defensive coordinator, and hopefully some other team will help us out because I hear he's like a hot candidate for a head coaching job. So
Yeah.
hopefully he gets a head coaching job, and we can
Sad.
get
I want
another
him to get a
defensive
head
coordinator.
coaching job. Is that sad?
That is sad.
It's
Pat,
good for him though, right? He gets more money. Maybe we get an aggressive defensive coordinator in his place. Just saying.
all right. So all right. I don't want to end the season on a bad note, even though it is ending on a bad note, 51-26. All right. So like I said, starting off the pregame, I said we as fans have to be in playoff mode. So let's not focus on the negatives that we saw tonight because we understand that this is not a regular game in our sense. Like we didn't play our starters and the such. Let's focus on going because next week the lights are on. It's real. It's real. The bullets are real next week. So next week we go into the playoffs as the number 1 ranked rushing offense, which should bode well for us because in the playoffs we're going to have to play every game on the road. So what kind of offense travels well? A running offense travels well. No matter the location, no matter the weather or whatever, a running offense travels well, and we have the top running offense. So we have that on our side. The fact that our defense, when the play calling is aggressive, our defense is the 5th ranked defense in total yards given up. So that bodes well for us also. So we need to see both of those things happen starting next week, and we need to see them happen immediately. We don't need a first half or a delay in seeing those things come to fruition. We need to see them from the outset of the game next week. So hopefully Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon gets their act together, has this team prepared, fertilize the flowers, whatever you have to do. But next week, have this team prepared to come out and show what they can do and what they do best. Early in the game. We need to see that. And everybody, we need to get behind that because we still have a chance to be to move forward in these playoffs. We can advance. We can advance if we do what we do best early in the game. We don't have the luxury of waiting to the second half because we are going to be facing better talent.
Facts.
All right. Yender says the Rams are very beatable. We just got to do what we do best. No excuses.
That's right.
I agree with that.
We gotta lay pause on the quarterback.
Yes, we do. We got to lay paws on. We got to touch the quarterback. And if we don't touch him, we have to make sure he knows that we're around. Get in his face, hurry up his progressions, force him into making quick decisions, and maybe that'll bode well. And maybe we'll get some turnovers off of that. That's what we try to do, right? At least. Letheon says, I hope Howard is healthy and ready to go. I really believe he is the one that makes our running attack go. Allen says, hashtag run the Rock Nation.
That's right.
Or hashtag run the damn ball. Okay, Bill Crow says, we had to throw this game away. Just be honest. Forget this week, and we are pretty healthy. Have faith. And you're right, Bill. I'm glad you said that.
But who's going to forget a 50 burger and all these Dallas records in our house? Ugh.
Yeah, you're not right.
That's hard to swallow. Yes, I get it doesn't mean anything, but y'all gonna have to let me have this moment right now. Sorry. Not sorry.
All right. Stafford could give us Stafford is he's not proven in the playoffs. So I would like to see him. He's not proven.
Pick him off. I definitely
think
we
so.
can pick him off if we get some pause on him.
Tracy says the Rams hate physicality. The 49ers own them. They are prima donnas. And I would like to see, I don't care who we see, actually. I would like to see the Rams or the 49ers. That would probably bode well for us. But it doesn't really much matter who we see. We've got to do what we do and don't get cute with it. You know what I mean? Don't get cute with it. The teams like, for instance, the Tennessee Titans, they know their identity on offense. They're a run team. and they run it no matter what. You can know they're running the ball when they come in the stadium, and they still run the ball. And that's what Nick Sirianni has to get in his head. Our identity is running the ball, and you don't have to get cute with it. Like, okay, so they're stout up front, so maybe we'll try to take advantage of the pass. No, if that's what we do, you impose your will on the other team. Make them stop you. That's what we do best. Make them stop us. Don't get cute and try to go to something else that we don't do well. Do what we do well and make the other team stop us.
Yeah.
Pat says, we good people. We healthy and in the playoffs. All right, positive, Pat. We ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, but we
All
gotta
right.
like they said, like Jeremy said, we gotta see all the. They're all over the timeline right now. The Dallas fans, all
Yes,
over
they
the
are.
timeline with their little sweet memes and. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, not to mention we
Suleiman's
have to
with
hear
me.
that.
Suleiman's with me. I don't care what the rest of y'all say. She with me. She understand how I feel. She understands
She
me.
says, Nichelle, you're right. Nobody's going to forget the score. I can see screenshots of the score being sent to me in the future by those damn
Yep.
cow turd
Yep. We're
fans.
gonna have to hear this crap all week.
Yeah, we do. We are going to have to hear that. But one way that we can shut it up is to win next week, man. I can't wait to hear who we play, but it doesn't matter. Whoever we play, we have to come out and we have to get serious. And we play smash mouth football, smash them in the mouth, punch them in the freaking mouth. First play, first series, first quarter of the game, and not let the game come to us. I don't want to hear that. Let the game come to you. We need to take the game to them in their spot. And Jonathan Gannon, please grow some kahunas between now and next week. Please do that. Please.
I'm with you, David. Howard needs a reality check with some of these picks the way they played tonight.
All right. He says all those records the Cowboys set in our house tonight. How we need to look at that and be like, what the F? Who the heck am I picking? Yes, you're right. You need to know. You need to question who the heck are you picking. Well, I'd go as far as to say, don't pick nobody. We're tired of you picking. Don't pick no damn body, Howie. Just sit on the sideline and let your damn scouting department pick the people. Don't pick no one. Bill Crow says, dang the shell, we had backups from backups. We had
I know,
backups from
Bill.
backups
I
in there.
know, but I'm gonna have my moment anyway. I'll
25.
I'll forget it by Tuesday. I ain't forgetting it tonight.
25 of our players tonight were called up. We only have a 53-man roster. That's darn near 50%
Right?
of our squad was practice squad players. And I know that, and it still doesn't even make me feel good.
Nope.
Even knowing that, I don't feel good. I do
Nope.
not feel good.
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope.
Patrick says, shout out to Jason Kelsey and Devontae Smith. Positive, Pat.
Oh, here he
Yeah,
goes. He
Jason
got a
Kelty
hashtag
guy.
for himself. Go ahead somewhere with that, Pat. Go ahead. Aren't you supposed
He
to be
has his
spinning
own
records?
hashtag now. Pat has grown, so he has his own hashtag, positive Pat. All right. Matthew says Dallas could talk all this as they want, but if we see them in the playoffs, ass out.
I
I'm
know
with
that's
that.
right. I know that's
I
right.
know that's right. You're right. Half a freaking 100. Damn. Yes, they
Hurts.
did. Yeah, it did. Watch the Wawa team play tonight. The
See, I
White,
got
shut
my
up.
Wawa cup.
Go somewhere. You feel that right. 24 more guys were out, and we had a good first half. Second half was, trust me, yeah, we did. Those 25 players did. They balled out in the first half, man. To put up 20 points, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah,
in the
yeah.
game, they
That's
did
what I
ball out.
said. It was on the defense. It really
Yeah,
was.
it was. It definitely was.
And then we stopped running the ball. But it is what it is.
I don't know.
Cowboys
But
don't want to see us in the playoffs. We going because
no.
we'll play with a chip on our shoulder with our starters, and they're putting paws on Dak. Just so you know, and they will
Alice,
pick him off.
he said it took Sirianni 7 weeks to run
It
the rock and
did.
Gannon
It
17 plus weeks to freaking blitz. Well, actually,
17
17 and counting.
man, listen.
17 and counting. All right, maybe I don't know. Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm overreacting because it's the Cowboys. Am I overreacting? Please let me know. Am I overreacting because we're so
We're
emotionally
not ready to
tied to
jump off
beating.
the bridge, Bill. Calm down. We're just a
All right.
little, animated about this because they put up 50 in our house.
Yes, they did, and it was the Cowboys. It was the Cowboys. I don't want to overreact, but are we
There is
overreacting?
no overreacting when we play the Cowboys
All
ever,
right, good, good.
ever
Thank you.
in life.
Thank you.
Ever.
All
I
right.
don't care if we played the people that was sweeping up the bathroom. I don't care. It's still the Cowboys. You still have to come with that heart, that intensity. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I I'll know if I'm overreacting when I get off the show and I go check out Seth, and if Seth feels the way I feel, then I know I'm not real
Well,
reacting.
Seth already said, why is Ortega Whiteside and Rager still on this team?
All right, okay. So see, Seth is right. He's right there with me. And
I
if I'm in the
posted the
same
tweet. I
boat as
posted the
Seth, then
tweet
I
in
feel
our
good.
chat. I posted it on our chat. He wasn't feeling that either. Come on, come on. It's still it is still our biggest rival in the league, not just our division rival. They're just this is the longest rivalry since I don't even know when. It's a big deal. Whether
No.
y'all want to admit it or not, whether we playing starters, backups, it still matters in this grand scheme of things. And
All
right
right,
now, Dallas
JT.
has the upper hand.
JT says nope, not happy at all. Denise agrees with me. No, not overreacting. It's the Cowboys.
Thank you.
Um, okay, that's good to hear. There's Kenny says there's no overreaction. I'm pissed. We should have closed the season out with a bang. I so wanted to have double digit wins tonight, but
They
that
played
wasn't
their
the case.
starters.
Had had Dallas played their backups, I feel confident that we probably would have won. I mean, we went toe for toe with them in the first
For the
half,
first
and we
half.
had our
Yeah.
backups, and they had their starters in there. So I feel kind of confident had they had pulled their starters at some point, we might have
Yeah,
competed
before the
and
fourth
stayed in the
quarter.
game before the fourth quarter. But
Hmm.
well,
They
they did
built
what they had to do.
momentum, and so all their backups had to do was finish that because they, built the lead up on us.
David Wong says Sirianni made the wrong call tonight, not playing the starters. Might have killed the momentum we built the last 9 weeks. Plus, we had a solid shot at the sixth seed.
Mm,
That's something to consider there. I mean, like, you
mm.
want to go into the playoffs with some type of momentum. We had a winning streak going on, uh, seven, 7-2 out of the last 9 games prior to the night's game. Had we come out and taken them a little bit more seriously and got that win, who knows what that would have done for the momentum of this team going into the playoffs next week. Dallas chose to go that route. They chose to go into the playoffs on a high, albeit against our practice squad. But they chose to go all out and play their starters and to go into the playoffs on with some momentum. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's going to come back and bite us in the ass or not. We're going to have to wait and see next week.
Let's hope it does not. Because
Let's
I
hope
thought
it
I
does
thought
not.
they should have. I thought our starters should have at least had a quarter, a full quarter minimum. That's just me because there's still a very young team. We're still learning how to gel. So I didn't agree with sitting the starters.
And not only learning how to gel, we're learning still how to win.
Hmm.
I know 7-2 may give you the illusion that we know how to win. We won 7 out of the last
And this
nine
would have been a
games.
good precursor to playoff football. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But what do I know? I'm just
Yeah.
a fantasy champion.
Oh, here we go. No, we've gotta hear this for a whole year.
At least for the rest of January. Then I'll probably
Look,
forget.
you ever heard of a poor loser? Michelle, don't be a poor winner. Don't be a poor winner.
What do
All
I
right.
know?
Matthew says, into the playoffs. Trust me, we got the trophy this year. We're running out the rest of our
Your
games.
mouth to
All our
Godspeed,
starters are
Matthew.
going to be healthy. Yeah, and that's known that all our starters are going to be healthy.
Alan is up here cutting up on JJ.
What do you say?
Look at his latest comment.
Is that Whiteside should be selling soft pretzels on
Yeah.
Roosevelt
Now
Boulevard?
go to the next one. Oh, you doing stand
Whitesides
up
couldn't
tonight?
catch an STD in a Vegas whorehouse. All right,
Alan
Al,
So with the stand up comedy tonight.
Alan, let us know how you really feel about JJ Whiteside. Oh, that's horrible. All right, Silver says maybe we shouldn't have sat the starters that haven't been playing so well. Maybe we shouldn't have. The only only assurance or backup I can give to him for doing that is that we don't have our offense is not predicated on timing and rhythm because we have a running offense. It's not like we have a precise passing offense that could use the rhythm of
Yeah.
being in our offense is predicated on a running offense. So I don't think we lost a lot in that sense, but in the sense of having this team being having that mindset of being sharp and competitive because it's all you have to like they had to today was a week off for the starters. Let's say it. This week was a week off for them.
It
They
was.
didn't have to get mentally ready.
They didn't even take first team snaps since Monday. So
Right.
that was
So
the last
mentally
time they
they didn't
took
have to be
snaps.
sharp.
Nope.
So they
Nope.
took a week off. And do you really want your starters to have a week off mentally?
Mm-mm.
No, you want them to be
Mm.
sharp going into the playoffs. Yeah, so yeah, I would agree with you in
Yeah,
that
we did
sense.
have a lot of folks on the COVID list too. So it probably was a lose-lose either way for Sirianni on whether he started the starters or not because he still was only going to be able to start part of them and he probably didn't want to start them if he couldn't have all of them together. And that was also a problem. But let's blame Washington and that infected trash ass stadium of theirs.
Oh yeah, and it is trash.
Every
All right,
time we play
Alan.
Washington, we got people on the COVID list. Last time it was our coach. Remember? They're dirty.
All right, Alan's taking this shot now. He said it gets boring out here in the desert with these redneck hillbilly Cardinals fans. They're three French fries short of a Happy Meal, if you know what I mean. All right, all right, Alan. We didn't ask you to go out there. Why'd you go all the way out there
I
to
like
Arizona?
Arizona though. I've been to Prescott. I've been out there to Prescott, Scottsdale, Phoenix.
Yeah, my cousin lives out that way. Yeah, beautiful. It gets hot out there, but I like it. I like hot
Yes.
weather. I want to move to a
Mhm.
warm
It's
weather,
hot. It's hot that dry heat though.
and that's good heat. That's good
Where my
hot weather.
hair can still look cool.
Because you go to Miami, which I love Miami too, but it's
Yeah.
humid heat down in Miami.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
unbearable. But I like warm weather all year round. I want to relocate at
Donovan lives
some
out
point.
there.
He lives in Arizona, right? Yeah, he
Yeah.
lives in
Yeah.
Arizona.
He's lived there for many, many years.
All right, B says it will be a different story in the playoffs. We hope so. We hope so. Tony Burns says most of those being rested were on the COVID reserve, though. I think that was by design. Somebody told me like if you're on the COVID list, you don't have to be
They could have
tested or
came
something
off
like
in
that.
5 days, but whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We thank you guys for joining us in the post game show, man. This just was not the result that we were looking for, although we kind of expected it. We knew what we were facing going into this game, that we wouldn't see a lot of starters, and that we didn't have much to play for. But the result is still not anything that we're happy with. Never want to see us lose to the cow turds, and that's what happened tonight. So we're upset now, Nick. Look in my eyes. We cannot have this next week, Nick. Next week we can't have this. Talk to Jonathan Gannon. We can't have this defense play like this next week. Next week, it's live bullets next week. Okay, so please have this team ready. So to make this sacrifice worth it, if this was what you were doing, sacrificing this game for bigger gains in the playoffs, please prepare this team to give us those bigger gains next week. And with that, we will see you guys on Thursday as we recap this game. Do we really want to recap this game?
No,
But
we're
as
not
we recap this
recapping this.
game,
We're going to get ready and talk about the playoffs. By then, we'll know who we're playing, and we could break it down on Thursday.
All right.
Stay
Thank you. That's
blessed,
what we'll do.
Alan. Take care of your sister, boo.
All right. So you heard it from Nichelle. That's what we're doing on Thursday. So be back here 7 o'clock Thursday evening as we get ready to go over who we're facing in the playoffs. For my co-host Nichelle and Pat in his absence, we'll see you guys Thursday. We're out. Peace.
We go live.